All right, welcome back to Pokemon API Part 4. I took a longer break for those of you who are watching the stream. Sorry, I was launching some stuff for work real quick. I figured I'd probably pull it up and leave it up so that way I could, while I was there, I could actually use some of my work stuff as a little bit of a resource to help me remember the exact terminology, even though it just saves me time Googling, I guess. If you have any experience with programming, you know that a tenth of, or not even more than a tenth, like half of programming is Googling or looking up what you're doing. So having resources available is nice. As I mentioned earlier when I was working on this, we do want to use the producer's response type. I didn't tell you what it was or why. So when I was saying like we can return a 200 response, which is okay, or a 400 response, which is bad request, you can actually make it so that way the system knows that that's what you're returning. So you can do status codes dot 200 okay, which is a 200 okay response, or you can do a produces response type, which is status code dot 400, which is bad request. Those are your two response types that we're going to kick out. We can adjust that later if we want to do other types like unauthorized or whatever, but thanks for the follow. But that's all I'm going to go into with this for now. Like I said, we'll come back to it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have our Pokemon name that we're going to send into the search. So let's go ahead and start up a service. Or not a service. Well, we started the service. So we know that we need to pass that string in here. Pokemon name. So we're going to pass in the Pokemon name here. And then here is where we're going to do a lot of our logic stuff for actually getting the data on that Pokemon name. Where in the hell? Oh, I didn't do any services in that one. Oh well. Okay, that's fine. So what we want to do here is, and let me pull up where I make that API call, because I use Flurl at work and I like Flurl, so I want to structure it the same and actually use Flurl. So we're going to set up a variable which is going to be our return. We know what it's going to be. It's going to be a Pokemon object. So we're going to set up our return object, which is a Pokemon. And that is going to be, we're just going to name it Pokemon. Not Pokemon name or anything like that. We're going to just name it Pokemon equals. And then this is where we use our Pokemon link. So let's pull up the PokiApi. There it is. Which we will make an environmental variable in a little bit for this. So we want to make a to-do. I'll get back to environmental variables here in a second. So we were going to await this because I'm pretty sure the API call is awaited, which means that, or it's asynchronous, which means you want to await it. And then I'm going to cut this piece off because I want this piece to be the environmental variable here, which means I can call it from other places. And then here I'm going to do an append path. Is it append path? It's segment. I don't want environment. I want to just do. The $sign means that you can add variables into the string, by the way. Oh, I need to do that. But anyway, so I'm going to add Pokemon here. Oh yeah, and then we want to add, before I forget. So I'm making the call for the Pokemon name. I wonder, can you do partial? Does this let you do a partial query? I'm curious. I want to know what happens if I like EV. If I just type EV, the letters EV, no found. ID or name. So it won't let you search partial names. So that's gonna cause problems for us with what I was thinking we were gonna end up doing. No found. Documentation. Can you wildcard? That's the next question. Can you wildcard? Not found. Not found. Interesting. You cannot wildcard. So you have to have your Pokemon name exactly. So this is going to change what we're doing a little bit, because you can't create a list of Pokemon. Why is it that way? Utility, language, common models, flavor text. Okay, so we're gonna do this differently then. There is a way that I know of how to do this, but it's gonna be different. So, let me show you what's going on here. So you can't actually do a possible, like a half, like if you were doing Eevee, and you didn't have, like if you misspelled the name or didn't type the whole name, it won't return anything. So you can't query a partial name, but you can query nothing and get a list, a paginated list, which I'll show you how to do pagination in a second. But why is there 1,000? Interesting. Why there's 1,000? Anyway, it returns like, for example, it returns the name and the URL for that Pokemon. Okay. So what we can do is actually just get, it's going to be a named object, is all it is named object. So we're going to return a named object, and we're going to do it ourselves. We're going to do the list, the searching ourselves. So, okay. Oh, let me show you what the rest of this. So, this only returns 20, but we need to be able to get all of them, I guess. So, what we're going to do, we know there's 1,118 Pokemon. So, we're going to do limit. Is it question mark limit? Limit question mark? What was the information? Question mark limit equals. So, we're going to do question mark limit equals, and we know it's 1118, so we're going to do 1120, just because. And it returns all of them. Okay, and that's a quick one because all it is giving us is the name and the URL. It's not giving us a whole lot of details. So we know that this is a named object. It looks like it's in a result object. So count, next, previous, results. Okay, so we know that we need to build a response object, which named endpoint is what it looks like. Yeah. So we're gonna build this object here real quick, okay? Because I did not build that one. So let's go ahead in here and go add class. It's named. That's all it is. Okay. Object that contains named search results. Okay, and I'm just gonna steal. I'm gonna steal the setup here because I know exactly what I'm wanting to do with it. Okay. All right. So the first field they have is the name. Looks like, or no, it's count. Let's which this is almost exactly what I was talking about for my search result object that I was gonna steal from Mark. This will actually do exactly what I want it to do. So I can actually just build this into my search result object. So it looks like the next one is next, which here is next. This would be int, by the way, not string. Int, string. The next one's a bool. They have a bool for previous. That's interesting. Oops. Okay. And then the last one is a list of public. It's a list of named API resource, and it's called results. Alright, let's fix our summaries real quick. So the count is the total number. The URL. Fix that one. And then this back out so that way I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we got this object now. Going back to our service. So what we're going to do is we're going to get JSON async, and what we're getting back is named object. So we're going to make sure that that's okay. Good, and got it. Okay. So that's what we're getting back. Now I think I need to install Flurl. So NuGets, if you don't know what NuGets are, these are packages that people have built that other programmers use as resources. So we're using Flurl. I think we want Flurl HTTP. Okay. And I believe we just want regular Flurl as well. So let's go back to our service. Make sure we have our references. Why is this not? There we go. There's our references. And then this one should be using Flurl HTTP. Now what? Wait operator can only be used within an async method. Oh, yeah, we don't have, this task method is not async, so we need to async it because we need to make sure it runs asynchronously. We just await null for now. Cannot await null. Yeah, fuck it. Okay, anyway. So we should be able to actually stop here and see what our return is. So when we let's do a break. I do a var stop equals 0, 1, just so that way I can make a stopping point and tag it. Should be able to do like a task stop from itself null or something. Do I need a return? Can I do it without a return? Or does that just break everything? Okay, we can do it without a return. Okay, so we're gonna boot it up. We want to make sure that we are getting a named object with 1118 results. We're not. We're gonna get it with 8. We're gonna get it with 20 because I didn't append the path. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So the call that it's gonna make. I made this required. It's not gonna do it. It's not gonna matter though. Oh wait, yeah, it is. I need to stop this. It's not gonna work because of this. So what I need to do is question mark. Do my 1120 here. What that does is because that's the path. That's the path that I query to get all those Pokemon, so I need to query that path, right? Makes sense? Okay. Let's go ahead and pull this up. We're gonna do it. Right out, this is not gonna matter because I don't have anything using it right now. What happened? Oh, I'm not even calling it yet. Duh. I'm dumb. We need to set up our interface and stuff and inject it. We're not even there yet. I'm retarded. Okay, so we're going to create a new interface. We're going to name it. Typically, when you're doing an interface, you do an I and then the service that it's interfacing. So Pokemon service, I, Pokemon service. Boom. Okay. I'll show you what we're going to do here in a second. You need to extend your service from the interface. Okay. And then here, let me just go and steal this. Make sure this is public. We will comment this stuff here in a little bit. So I'm going to inject this interface into, so I gotta go to my startup. At work we use AutoFac. I don't think the AutoFac stuff will work here. So I won't be able to inject it quite the same way as I do at work. Let me see, where's it at? Yeah, because this is all AutoFac, I think. Yep, that's AutoFac. So instead I'm going to use trusty old Google. See if I can figure out. I had it pulled up just a second ago. Give me a second. Shit. Wrong button. Don't want any of that. There we go. I need to see injection. So we want to inject it, looks like in configure services, which is here, which is why I'm here. Okay, we're going to do services dot add scoped, and we want that scope to be the I Pokemon service. And then what we're scoping it from is Pokemon. Okay, so this is us injecting, creating the injection. So that way we can say that the Pokemon service is part of the interface, and we're going to inject that here. So private read only I Pokemon. Okay, so this creates the injection, and then we assign it to a variable. Assign them to each other. So what I did is I created this interface that implements this function out of the service, and then I can use that, the injection, to call that. So what I'm going to do is get Pokemon list? Nope, not get hash code. Get Pokemon list. I need to pass in Pokemon name. Because that's the way I built it to do it. Our Pokemon equals the weight. Now the question is, do I actually cannot assign void? So it's just going to run a function. I don't need to assign a variable to it. Because it's asynchronous, I do need to wait it, so I know that it's so that I can make sure it's finished before I get it back. But that should be all I need to do to inject it. And that's a short go on dependency injection. Like I said, dependency injection is really useful for making sure that your so that way you can actually handle using services and stuff more efficiently, quicker, and without a whole lot of build time. Or why did that not work? Didn't actually go in here. Let me do my try catches, or break up my try catches. I bet you that's where I broke it, is where I just, I'm gonna run it again. Boom, right here. Okay, so, not found. That's because there's, okay, there is another set that I can do. Instead of doing this, what we're going to do is set query param. I'm doing this wrong, I think. I think I set that up wrong. I might not have, but I might have. It might work, but I don't think it will. Yeah, it didn't. So the path, Pokemon, oh, I still need the dash here. I didn't think I needed the dash, but I do. So I'm gonna reload this. Still not gonna work. Please, response could not be deserialized to JSON. Okay, so it couldn't be deserialized, which means something about this field is, or this object is not set up right. So let's check it. Count, integer, next. I wonder if this has to be nullable. Cool. And then that count. Okay. Let's try that. It makes me wonder how many of these actually would have to be nullable. Could not be deserialized to JSON. Something here is wrong. First off, that needs to be... Let's do this and see if I can get it to deserialize with it being the way... This JSON results, or JSON property name, might not map properly. Or I might have spelled something wrong. Count, next, previous results. Let's try that. Still won't be serializing. So the query is right. Should be able to say that the what this should do is it should create a generic object that I don't know how to explain that. Like, it's just an object that I didn't assign, but it should be the same thing as what I just was trying to assign. Yeah, so I got Pokemon, which... count 4? Count previous next. Count next previous results. Results view. Okay, count 118. Next previous results. So this is where JSON property, my Boolean should be nullable. It should only be true or false. There should not be a null. It either is there or it's not. Where's my service? I think it's in the deserialization, the JSON property deserializer. Was it? Didn't see it. Ooh, you are right. That is a good call. Their documentation, you're right. It is null. Interesting. So the JSON deserializer was working. That wasn't my issue. So I can fix these names back. I wish they would have annotated that in their documentation for the database. Oops. Like I said, that makes me wonder what other fields that I built are nullable. Because, like, this is the documentation, right? It says nothing about being nullable. List can't be null. No, list has to be at least count 0 at the very least. Well, it could be a nullable. It could be a null list if they didn't construct it. I should shoot them an email. Their fields are not annotated properly. Fuck, that's gonna be a problem. Because a lot of these are going to have null values. Oh, shit. I'll get there when I get there, I guess. Okay, so that's step 1. That gets me where to the start of where I'm going. So my here. So at this point, we have a basic API. You're able to make a call. You're able to hit your database source. It's using a Swagger front end. We don't have anything returning yet. Like, we're not passing this back out yet, which is fine. We don't want to yet. What we want to do is, as I said before, construct a list of 10 that matches the list as closely as possible. So that'll be conversation for next video, I think, and I'll start using LINQ for pulling data out of a large list like this. I don't want to have a named object though. I want to convert that into a list of named API resources. We're going to call it Pokemon list, because that's what we're going to trim out. So oh, that's not what I want. I don't want to do that. We want that to be named dot results. Named dot should be results. I should be able to access results. Oh no, it's not named. It's Pokemon. Pokemon dot list. Just Pokemon dot. Why can't I? Oh, fuck. Blah blah. Fat fingered everything. Results. I shouldn't need any of that. Should just line up. So I'm pulling the list of results out of the response object that it created in that poll. Like I said, I think this is where part 4 ends. Part 5 will start off with getting the Pokemon that has a name that matches out of this list of results, since their query won't let you query partial names. If you found this video helpful, or you like it, or you want to see more, you have comments, please like, subscribe, drop a follow if you're following me on Twitch. I think this is going to load. I think we're going to schedule it for Sunday. I think we're going to schedule this to go up on Sunday. Part 3 should go up on Friday. Part 2 should go up tomorrow. For those of you who don't know what my new YouTube channel is, it is Zyrist Streams. I'll throw that in the chat real quick. Or not Zyrist Streams. Sorry, I'm dumb. It is Zyrist Codes. That is my YouTube channel, Zyrist Codes. I will throw that up in the chat here in just a second. And then, like I said, I'll start scripting out, or coming up with exactly what I want to cover on part 5. I've been playing it by ear, but I think that I'm gonna, since I have a pretty clear idea of where we're going, I can script that out a little more and come up with a little better timeline for what I'm doing. So thanks for watching. Like I said, part 6 or part 5 should be starting filming soon. Part 6 shortly after that. So thanks, have fun. Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed what you saw, please drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe. If you haven't already, please join the Discord server. We are looking to grow as much as we can, and hopefully you found this content interesting. Hope to see you in the next video.